Okay, we're talking this morning with Scott Thornton from Castle Windows in Morecambe. Before we get into all the detail that we're going to talk about, Scott, can we just talk about how you got started into the industry? I mean, I know that Castle Windows has been going for what, nearly 20 years, but you've been in longer than that, haven't you?
Yeah, showing my age now, 27 years plus. Leaving school, YTS, and my first job was in the window factory, putting the actual rubber gaskets into the frames and sanding out the scratches and corner cleaning, all the mundane jobs. And as I say, I'm still here now, 27, 28 years later, albeit in a different guise, running our own company, which is good. A little success story.
Yeah, I mean, so you moved from fabrication into installing. What was the reason for that? I mean, to have your own business?
Well, when I was fabricating, obviously I worked for other people. Then worked for a guy from Gateshead, running basically an office for a sales outfit in the Morecambe and Lancaster area. He gave up. Me and Caroline, the wife, decided let's give it a go, and we've gone from strength to strength. As I say, we're doing really, really well, which is surprising from what we started with. But the ethos is that what you see is what you get with us. We try to be a little bit different. As I say, I've worked with been in this industry. We all know there's some, shall we say, characters. And you take a bit from each one of them characters and you mould yourself into what you feel is best. And we feel we've got a really good conception here with Castle Windows in Morecambe.
So how did you start buying from Pearl then to get your frames?
So we actually formed Castle Windows Morecambe in 2015. I'd been aware of the linear system for a number of years. I previously used a linear system, which market lead and really, really good. And we stumbled across Pearl, met up with Jeff at the time, thought it was a brilliant system, brilliant fabricator from what they come across to us, and started buying frames in from him. So, as I say, 2015, it was due to the linear system that we decided to go with Pearl and Jeff.
Now, Jeff and Pearl have put together this installer scheme, which is very different. I mean, there's loads of installer schemes out there, as we all know, but what they've done is very different, isn't it, really? Because it gives you the opportunity to be tied up with Corgi. It makes registration easier and everything. I mean, how important was that to you?
Yeah, dealing with Jeff, he's always thinking of ways to improve, I think. He's always innovative, if you will. And this signature collection he come up with, and the formation with Corgi, and the scheme that it's all done under one roof, is just that. I had my reservations at first when it was put to me. I've always been your traditional CERTAS, but setting everything up differently. So you've got your CERTAS certification, and you've got to do your IBGs, obviously. When it was put to me that we can do it all, I did have my reservations. Corgi's always been gas.
Yes.
But, and that's I still get that now from my customers. Corgi's gas, isn't it? They've moved over to fenestration and give it. But as I said, the conception of it is absolutely brilliant for companies like ourselves. We can't fault it. Since we've gone on it, we've never looked back. It's a game changer, if you will, within the industry, I firmly believe.
Pearl have also got in their signature collection, they've got this app, haven't they? So that you can register the job literally by the phone, and you get confirmation to the customer within 24 hours. Are you actually using that?
I just go back to Jeff being innovative and coming up with different things, helping us as installers, as an installations company. It is forever bringing new things out. This is one thing that he has brought out, which is brilliant. We've not actually bought into it as of yet. Our fitters do have mobile phones, but asking them to register jobs is probably a step too far. So we're still doing it in the office. But it's a brilliant selling tool for trade lads. We're picking new trade lads up who are really interested in the literature we're putting forward to them regarding the signature collection, what it can actually do for them.
I'm also interested, I mean, the whole signature collection thing is that it allows you to have big branding, but actually have Signature Collection by Castle Windows, which I think is very strong. I know from my experience in the industry, it was always this issue of people wanting to hold their own branding. And this gives you the opportunity to sort of go both ways, doesn't it, really?
Yeah, massively, Chris. We've literally changed this full branding in the past 18 months. As you can see by the t-shirt, the signage outside, the vans are all sign written. Particularly in current climate, it's a nice, happy logo, if you will. It's bright, it's colourful. In these uncertain terms, we're really sticking out. We feel we're sticking out from the crowd. We just had a big sign put up at the football club, which people are noticing. The supporters, "Oh, I've seen your sign. It's really bright." And as I say, it's a national brand, but we can brand it ourselves. So we are Castle Windows, the Signature Collection. Which it speaks for itself. The level of work we're getting through, just people spotting the vans out on the road, because they are a different style of van. They do stick out. So for us, brilliant.
Yeah, and also you've got the big lorries going around that Pearl have with the same branding on, so it just all flows through.
Yeah, we have customers. I pull up in my little van on a sales appointment, and I'll have a customer say, "Oh, I spotted your van down on M1. I didn't know you was national." But that's what you're getting. You're seeing straight away. You've got a footing within that customer's house to say, "Look, we are part of a national big brand. It's a Signature Collection."
Yeah,
it's going really well. We've got it all over his website. Customers actually talking about the Signature Collection, which it's unheard of.
You mentioned there about Morecambe Football Club. Did Pearl help you get in there? I mean, are you sponsoring with Morecambe Football Club?
Yeah, so obviously Morecambe Football Club, they got promoted to League One last year, which is massive for the town. It's only people who don't know Morecambe, it's out on a limb, if you will. It's a small area, but we look out for each other. So obviously, with him being promoted, I approached Jeff and said, "Look, I'm interested in getting this sign up, which is behind the goal, TV exposure." And yeah, Pearl have helped us. They've gone a long way in helping us get this sign at the football stadium.
The other thing I wanted to ask you about is particularly extended warranties, because that's all part of this deal, isn't it, that you're offering to the customer? We all have this thing when we go and buy a television, and we're always chased for, do we want to buy an extended warranty and everything? But of course, this extended warranty is included, isn't it, when you're selling windows?
Yeah, it's a massive selling tool. I briefly have to talk about it. What extended warranties backed by Pearl themselves. It's fabulous. It's how can I put it? I used to have to sell the product. Now the product's selling itself. These extended warranties, second to none. Full 10 years across the board. It's one click of a button, and it's done. Customers amazed by it. It gives you a leverage above your opponents, if you will, when you're in that customer's house.
I mean, how are the customers finding you? Is it that they're searching through, finding your website, seeing its Signature Collection? Do they know about it before they come to you?
Well, at the minute, obviously, we've what's going on. We all know what's going on with COVID and things like that. So, telephone appointments. We were directing our customers to our website. Have a look at the website, see what you think. We're trying to keep appointments down to a minimum, obviously, with like I say, COVID restrictions and things like that. So have a look at the website, see what you think. From there, they're finding the Signature Collection. They're seeing that they're getting these extended warranties and whatnot. As I say, the product's more or less sold itself. We like to think that we're well known in this area. The branding of the Signature Collection has helped, but we do put a lot back into the local community, the local radio station, which is just for Morecambe and Lancaster area. We've put a lot of money into them. We've just helped out at the local impact centre in the West End of Morecambe, which is the deprived area. We've just gone and refurbished all their windows free of charge. Local singing groups and for old age pensioners. We're not a bottomless pot, but we seem to do a lot in the community and have quite a good standing. And as I say, this branding here really helps us stand out.
Good for you. What about the energy side of things? Because, of course, the other part of it is it gets registered, doesn't it, the job with the council to actually say that they've got energy saving windows
Yeah.
immediately. I mean, is that part of the automatic process?
Yeah, but once your job's acknowledged from Pearl, we get our certificates through, obviously, so we can pass them on to the customers. So they're getting the A-rated windows, the A plus, the A plus plus, whatever that customer decides. So yeah, more so today, we're getting asked a lot more about the energy ratings. So it's brilliant to be able to pull out what we can, what the customer can achieve going through us and the signature collection, obviously through Pearl.
I mean, where do you go from here, Scott? Because you seem to have it pretty well wrapped up. You're obviously pretty big in the Morecambe, Lancaster area. Are you going to expand further? I mean, what are your ambitions?
Listen, Chris, if we go back 18 months, we were a small company with one fitting team, plodded along with 3 weeks worth of work in front of us. All of a sudden, we fast forward, we've got 5 employees employed by the company, which makes 3 fitting teams. And we've bombed out, we've got that much work in. We're telling customers we cannot install your work until March of next year. But believe it or not, customers are happy to choose us over our competitors. We know times are tough at this time with fabrication and manufacturing, things like that. But as I say, what's the next step for us? Do we expand? Everything's sort of gone bang. And it's brilliant. You know, I see you laughing there. I see you smiling there in the background, and we're smiling. But obviously, we're finding our feet, if you will. With the support of Pearl and the signature collection, we firmly believe that we are going to expand and become even bigger than what we are. And who knows, in the next 18 months, we may have 10 fitting teams. The world's our oyster, if you will, at the minute.
It sounds like you're pretty much an advocate for the signature collection and the whole scheme. I mean, it's obviously transformed your business then, basically.
Yeah, as I said, I was a bit not dubious, because as I say, Jeff's always thinking of his customers. Jeff and the team at Pearl do always think about the customers. What can we do next? What can we do to improve the buying experience from Pearl? How can we help our customers? Because ultimately, if they look after the littler guys like us, they're going to benefit in the long run. So it's changed us massively. Say we jumped on board and got involved with Corgi signature collection, and as we firmly believe that from doing that, it's pushed us, it's elevated us so much. I can't speak highly enough of the actual signature collection and what it's done for us.
That's brilliant, Mark. I'm really sorry, Scott. That's really good. I mean, you've obviously going places, and we look forward to seeing how far Castle Windows can go in the future. Best of luck to you, Scott.
Yeah, thanks very much, Chris.
And thanks for your time.
No problem. Take care. We'll speak soon.
Bye now.
Bye-bye.